Hello, welcome to Subjective. This is a series of interviews with contemporary fashion models to try and establish really the history of fashion photography through their eyes. If you happen to be watching via Show Studios YouTube, please be sure to like, comment and subscribe below. This might be a non-starter, but let's just want to try.
Oh gosh.
So this is you on the front cover of
Interview magazine.
Now,
who took that?
I was going to say to you, that's my question to you.
Oh dear.
So was it Warhol? Clearly not.
No, that's not Warhol, no. That was done, what's the date? I haven't got my glasses on. March?
I've got mine, but I can't see a date on it.
Up there, doesn't it say
It says
March?
March with $2.
Oh.
We can find out. I guess it's
weird, isn't it? I think that was done in 1983. I may be wrong.
Right.
I was starring on Broadway in a big musical called My One and Only. And because I remember it was a big spread inside, and I think that was the cover. And I can't remember who did the photographs, but they kind of doctored it up.
It's a particular style that all interview magazine covers fell into, which I don't know how much was controlled or dictated or...
But I think that's the cover to that piece.
Right.
It was pictures of me and Tommy rehearsed. It was before My One and Only opened.
Right, okay.
Which was May the 1st, 1983.
Yeah.
But we did do a shoot with a photographer, but it would have been somebody from the magazine.
Yeah. Did you meet Warhol?
I did.
And what was he like?
He scared me to death.
Oh, really? Why?
Because I was very, very young.
Sorry, I'm beg your pardon. Did you meet him in the 60s, the
60s?
70s? Right, 60s, right.
When I first went to New York.
Right.
And I think it was through the Burt Stern link, because I think Burt was trying to get me in different situations for the documentary. Yeah. Although that was never in the film, funny enough.
The Warhol part?
Yeah. And I think, if my memory serves me right, he took me to the studio to meet him.
Yeah. Excuse me, sorry.
And I just found him really scary. He was very monosyllabic. He was probably stoned. But I didn't know that. I was so naive at that age.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't drink. I certainly didn't take drugs.
I was going to say to you, because the 60s is known for...
I know. I was the straightest, most boring person. I smoked cigarettes. I used to smoke Gitan because I thought they were very grown up and posh.
Yeah, they were.
They were so strong, my God. So I went into this space. I'd never... You know, I'm from Neasden.
Yeah.
I grew up in a semi-detached house with my mum and dad, and suddenly I'm taken to this weird studio.
So you went to the factory?
With the factory, it must have been.
Yeah.
With all these bodies laying on cushions and smoking and God knows what.
Yeah.
And a very strange smell in the air.
Right.
Which I didn't know what it was. I mean, I was so green.
Yeah.
And suddenly this thing floated out with grey hair and a grey face and kind of hello and kind of floated through, and I just thought, I don't like it here, I want to go, I want to get out, so we left. But I just felt really uncomfortable. He was probably really nice. I'm sad he didn't paint me, I wish he had.
Yeah. Well, yes.
And I probably passed that day Edie Sedgwick, who actually looked a bit like me.
I was about to say, there are 2 or 3 people in the 60s who have that sort of look. Yeah. Jean Seberg's one.
Yeah, she was before me.
Bout de Souffle. And also Edie Sedgwick. Sedgwick.
And who was the other? Mia Farrow.
Mia Farrow. So there's a little sort of group.
It was that kind of gamine kind of, yeah. And I think Seberg was a bit before me, wasn't
well, Bout de Souffle was... Raquel? When was Bout de Souffle? We'll say early 60s, God knows.
Did she commit suicide or something awful happened to her?
There was quite a lot of odd stuff happening in her life.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
I've got a feeling she committed suicide.
Yeah, no, not good.
But I never met her, and I knew Mia a little bit.
And what about Edie Sedgwick?
No.
Right.
Well, that's what maybe that day, because there were all these...
different people.
Beautiful people floating about his factory place. Yeah. So she probably was there. But
right.
My memory is that I didn't like it very much and I wanted to leave and I left. He was probably fine. It was probably me just being innocent and young and not ever having seen that part of life.
No. But did it feel...
So going in, and my memory of it was dark and...
Wasn't it all silver walls?
Playing.
I mean, that's what you see in the pictures of
Probably. I just remember being so uncomfortable that I didn't like it.
Right. 'Cause, we sort of touched on this a little bit. You know, obviously people would think because you were such an embodiment of that time that you would be living the life.
Oh, I know. Every time I used to come back into London from New York, I got stopped at Heathrow Airport usually for 2 to 3 hours.
Really?
Being searched, yeah.
Really, for drugs?
Yeah, because everyone coming in and out then, you know, all the rock groups and anyone from that kind of life.
Yeah, right.
I didn't drink. When I did my first Paris collections in Paris, age 16 and a half, and you know, you shoot at night, as you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the clothes are being shown during the day, so you shoot at night. And I can remember going out to dinner with whoever, Bert, might have been Bert the first time, and I did one with Dick as well in Paris. With the team, you know, you'd have something to eat before you went into the night session. And the waiter taking our order and food, and then he'd come round and say, what would you like to drink? And I said, can I have a Coca-Cola? But, you know, I didn't drink wine. Yeah. Can I have a Coca-Cola, please? And he said, what vintage, madame? And walked off.
Were you at La Coupole by any chance?
So Parisian, isn't
Very Parisian. So I was in Paris, weirdly, and we're 9 years difference, you and I. I was in Paris in '66 too.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, my father was with NATO. He was a diplomat in NATO.
Oh, how interesting.
And so we were there.
So you were a little boy then?
Yeah, I was in La Coupole at age 6.
Oh my God, how posh. I love La Coupole. Dad's from Bolton.
Were you, totally offside, were you born in Twickenham?
No, we moved to Twickenham. When that all happened to me, my mum and dad had always wanted to move out of, I was born in Neasden.
Oh, okay, right.
And they could never really manage it. So when that all happened to me and I was earning, I was still living at home when I was in London. So my dad had always wanted to live in Twickenham. So we found a nice little 4-bedroom house on the river.